Let's welcome Johanna Konta in if we can.
We sure can.
Yeah, come on in.
We are an
Come on
open
over,
house
Joe.
concept.
Just
and
chill. You're
Yep,
right here.
come on in.
Johanna Konta
Nice to meet you. Thanks for coming by.
Hey.
Hello.
How are you?
Hey guys, sorry, I just
Good to see you.
We like to keep it nice and cozy. If we could
We're
put
chill.
a fire right there to make it
Yes.
cozier, we
It's
would.
warm here.
Totally.
It is
Is it
warm.
warm?
Actually,
The
Yes.
sun
Yeah.
beating.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we do.
as
We
well.
have a fan. Maybe we can kind of twist that a little bit and
We
hit
call
you.
it-
a fan
Oh,
to
I'm
Joe.
fine.
You're
honest-
fine.
Oh, yeah, no.
We
I'm
call
fine.
it the
good.
Beyonce fan if you,
You
want the
want your
hair
Beyonce
flowing.
fan,
Yeah,
don't
but my hair
Yeah,
is
yeah.
not looking nearly as good as both of yours. So actually, all three of yours. So
Oh, thanks, Joe.
yeah, I think less wind the better on mine right now.
Congratulations,
Yes,
by
thank
the way,
you.
today. You were outstanding in that match.
Thank
I got to
you.
call some of it on radio, and I just thought, like, you were so locked in. You were hitting the ball well off the ground. You beat Zhang Shui in straight sets. How did it feel out there on court for you?
I mean, enjoyable. That's probably the main thing to say. I'm really enjoying my time here. I'm enjoying every chance that I get to be out on court to compete. And I mean, I think like every match that we've been playing, I mean, there's a lot to adapt to out there. Every opponent's different and challenging in their own way, and today was no different. So I'm just pleased to have dealt with the challenge of today and just come through.
You talked about a lot to adapt to, and here at the U.S. Open, you never know what you're going to get. But today, it was a little bit warmer than it has been over the past several days, and a little bit windier. Did that play into today's performance at all, or was it not a factor?
Oh no, for sure. I mean, wind and heat is one of the biggest factors we have in tennis, and definitely. I mean, yesterday was already quite blustery, so it was a challenge of yesterday as well, and it carried on into today. And my opponent, she's a tough player, and we haven't played recently, but we played a lot in the past, and she's very successful on the doubles court and also on the singles court. So no, I knew I had a tough opponent, and just pleased to have just really come through and played at a good level.
Your next match, Pliskova. Kaya, how does her game sync up with yours?
Well, I think she probably enjoys the matchup better than I do, if we're going by past records. But then again, I mean, that's not the whole story, and there's a lot of matchups which are more difficult for one player than the other, and sometimes it can turn things around. So I'm looking forward to it. We've played once this year in the final of Rome, and she got the better of me there, unfortunately, but it's another opportunity for me to try and do better and to do things maybe a little different and see how I can adapt to her and cause her some problems.
You know what I love about Joe Konta is you love traveling, you love taking places in wherever we go in the world, because we're on the road all the time. You're on the road more than I am. But Joe, how do you try to soak in New York City, but you're also here to do your job? You want to be in the second week and be contending for the U.S. Open. How do you find that balance?
I mean, New York is very particular in that sense. I mean, I think you almost got to let it in moderate. Well, yes.
There
yeah.
you go.
There you
Yeah,
go.
no, I did go to.
Hanging.
Yeah.
Where's that? That picture on the right.
So I went to Comedy Cellar.
Oh,
Nice.
Yeah,
well
no,
done.
that was really cool because I spent the week here before
Yep.
starting, and so basically just decided to try a bunch of different restaurants and do some things, and I went to the Comedy Cellar. It was actually the first live comedy that I've ever seen, so it was really good fun, and that
Did
was
you
good.
sit in the front row? Because that
No, I did
usually
not.
means you get called on.
Yeah,
then.
no, I
You
did
don't,
not.
yeah,
So
you
I
don't
did-
want
job.
to do that.
I know exactly. I didn't spend my evening getting ripped. So
Good job.
It was good.
That was smart of you. That was a veteran move. But
Yeah.
you try to find that balance of doing some of that stuff and then focusing on your
No,
job.
exactly. I mean, I think it would be quite a miserable existence if I took things only seriously. I
Yeah.
mean, I love what I do, but there's definitely a serious component in getting certain things done. But I mean, I'm very fortunate. I get to do something that I love on a daily basis, and it takes me to different places in the world. And why not enjoy that a little?
Well, speaking of having fun, you know, our show is very unique. It's a digitally focused lifestyle show. We have a lot of tennis fans, but some non-tennis fans as well. And for those that haven't been here, from a player's perspective, what makes this place so special? And beyond the tennis, what makes the experience so unique?
I mean, I think Manhattan just spills over into
Yep.
basically the U.S. Open. The whole of New York just spills over here. I mean, it's just so energetic. It's so lively. It's buzzing. I mean, it's you feel both energized and exhausted at the same time, which is a very, very bizarre situation to be in. But yeah, so I think, and also there's so many different things going on here. I know there's been so many great initiatives, fan initiatives to engage the non-tennis fan, but equally engage the tennis fan, which I think is very unique to New York. It's very unique to the U.S. Open, and it's I mean it's incredibly multicultural. It's very, very busy, and yeah, it's fun.
It's a special place. We'll let you
Yeah.
go because we know that
Thank
you've got
you.
a lot to get to. Thanks so much for
Amazing.
being with us, Joe.
Thank
Best
you.
of luck.
Yeah,
Thank you,
best of
Joe.
luck.
Good
Thank
luck
you very
next
much.
round.
Thank you.